Today we're out in the Cadillac Lyriq, General Motors' second Ultium-based EV and Cadillac's first ever. It promises a lot and, to be sure, delivers some pretty impressive numbers. It also comes with some caveats still. The Lyriq is built on General Motors' new Ultium platform, a modular skateboard-style system that's enabling the brand to create all manner of vehicles along all sorts of form factors. We first saw this platform in the new GMC Hummer EV. In the Lyriq, it isn't experiencing quite the same demands and has been scaled back a little bit. General Motors advertises a 502-kilometer range from the 100 kilowatt-hour battery here in the Lyriq. The vehicle can be charged at a rate of up to 190 kilowatts, a pretty respectable rate, albeit one that will probably only be sustained to the first 30 or so percent. Out and about between fast charging stations, that's a rate of about 84 kilometers an hour. Cadillac has announced tentative details to help set customers up with level 2 charging at home. Hypothetically, this level 2 setup should be good for a rate of 19 kilowatts, enough to get you a decent bit of charge overnight. If you're using the Lyriq out and about in the city, not only will that charge rate be plenty, but you'll be rewarded with what is a very pleasant driving experience. Excepting road noise from the tires, the Lyriq is distinctly quiet even for an EV. 5mm glass all round up front, extensive baffling within the pillars, and above all, the impressive torsional rigidity of that Ultium platform keep this thing very tight and free of squeaks. That said, this is General Motors, and some temperance of expectations may be judicious. Cadillac is keen to announce that it has started from the ground up designing this cabin. It's quite elegant, although it must be noted the extensive use of piano blacks can be a little bit blinding, not to mention the matter of fingerprints. In the case of today, I've actually wedged my map into the armrest just to stop the glare coming back up from this center selector. And speaking of that center selector, as much as all of the interior parts may be of new design, they're still using General Motors materials and switches and the like. Control surfaces like the signal stock feel very smooth and solid. I'm also a big fan of these window switches. They have a nice damping to them. Others, like that center selector, feel kinda terrible. This thing rattles and visibly vibrates as you turn it. Cadillac notes that including that in addition to the touchscreen gives the luxury of choice, but there isn't much luxurious in that sensation. Innovative here in the Lyriq is a linear regen paddle back here behind the left side of the steering wheel. It's a nice way of smoothing the driving experience and taking some of the guesswork out of that regen friction braking balance. Of course, you can also drive this in one pedal mode, with the right pedal simply used as an overall selector. Also contributing to that driving experience is the impressive quiet of this vehicle. Accelerometers at each corner measure vibratory inputs, with the vehicle then feeding back opposite frequencies to cancel out the noise of road surfaces. This noise-canceling technology, in conjunction with a powerful stereo, gives you the effect of modern noise-canceling headphones, but on the road. Of course, that is the primary source of entertainment here. Cadillac is keen to promote exciting driving dynamics, and to be honest, this doesn't really deliver there. It certainly feels smoother, quicker, and more responsive than an Ioniq 5, but it's not a performance game changer. An important consideration for shoppers planning on taking this to the cottage, or even just out to those nice twisty roads, is Cadillac's decision to eschew a rear wiper. We've seen this in the Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6. Like we heard from Hyundai back when that Ioniq debuted, Cadillac insists that the aerodynamics through that rear wing will simply blow any water or debris off of the glass. And as we experienced with the Ioniq 5, that may be something that is better in concept than execution. We haven't yet seen how the Lyriq's rear visibility will hold up on a mucky, slushy dirt road, but it is something that rural shoppers should approach with both eyes open. Were I in this market, I'd be waiting until next season to see reviews to clear that bit up. Cadillac says that demand for the Lyriq has exceeded expectations, and orders for 2023 have already filled up. Shoppers interested in the Lyriq will be looking at model year 2024 vehicles delivered later next year. This can be a bit of a silver lining in that these early cars only give you the choice of paint and wheels. And Cadillac says that plenty more trims are on the horizon for those later builds. Overall then, despite a few nicks in its sheen, the Lyriq is a very clean, presentable, and pleasant product from Cadillac. It's an exciting first step in the brand's electric transformation, and it'll be interesting to see the Lyriq slot in next to the brand's strong ICE portfolio. In the meantime, Cadillac is putting a lot of emphasis on the retail experience, and all dealers will be required to have one of these on fleet as a demo. As Canada's EV market finally starts to broaden out, curious shoppers would be well advised to give this thing a look. For Driving.ca, I'm Elle Alder. For more EV news, reviews, and previews, be sure to follow us online at Driving.ca and check out our socials on Instagram and Twitter.